hey, so I have this crazy idea that I think we can make work and stuff. And I don't know how well it's going to look, but it's an idea. And I was like, all right, well, let's hear it. And it's like, okay, think about this. What if we have two of you? I'm like, what?
So how is it working with Dave?
He's been the collaborator that I've gone to ever since. I mean, when we met, I definitely didn't expect us to like mesh together as well as we did. Because I remember we met up at Culver's that first time I had messaged him, and it was like, hey Dave, we met at the adoption party and stuff, and I was wondering if you were still interested in doing a music video sometime because I have this idea. He's like, yeah, sure. What do you got? And then I came to him with the idea for Heartbeat about having it black and white. And originally it was going to be a just in a hallway because there's this house that I found when I went to play at this house gig. And they had this nice tall ceilings and a long hallway, and it had a mirror in front of it. And I would have thought it would have been cool just basically me singing in front of the mirror and having panning shots, slow panning shots in black and white of me just sitting in the chair playing to the guitar in the mirror, and just kind of like switching back and forth. Just really simple.
Through my hand when it's in yours, the way you feel, the way you speak, you're all I need and more to me.
And then he came with the idea of I think doing it in the mountains first, and then later on, shortly after that, he was like, hey, so I have this crazy idea that I think we can make work and stuff. And I don't know how well it's gonna look, but it's an idea. And I was like, all right, well, let's hear it. And it's like, okay, think about this. What if we have two of you? I'm like, what? And so I'm like, you can do that?
Kind of a mirror concept.
Yeah, and I was like, because I wasn't even...
He's all telling me about choruses and verses and bridges and all this, and I'm like, well, this guy can sing this part, and this guy can sing this part.
Yeah, and because
it was black and white, black shirt, white shirt.
Exactly. Yeah,
it was kind of cool.
Played it off of that.
Feel your hand as it's holding mine, as it's holding mine. I didn't think that this was possible, but I'm glad I'm wrong this time. Can you hear my heartbeat as your head's against my chest? The sheets between our feet, the whispers of our breath. Can you feel my heartbeat through my hands when it's in yours? The way you feel, the way you speak, you're all I need and more. Can you hear my heartbeat as it's pounding out the truth? I felt the first time I saw you. Now I'm lying here.
I think, no, you came with the idea after, because originally I was going to have a female role in it, and she was, I think the original drafts that we had of it is we were going to have, part of it was going to be in the field with the mirror and stuff on a tree, and I'd be singing to it, and then we'd have the woman walk up behind me, and you can like see her like in the mirror, but then she wasn't there, and then, or vice versa or something like that, and put her arms around and everything, and it just kind of be like singing to her in a way. But then when we couldn't have, when it kind of like fell through with the people that we were talking to for that role, that's when you came with the idea of like, hey, two of you, like.
And then we found the ranch house out there in Car Canyon.
Yep.
So that was pretty neat. That was a good backdrop.
Yeah,
because it was like really like exposed, and one half of it was super bright.
Yeah.
And then the other half was in a lot of shade.
Because of the tree.
And so we played with the exposure, put that mirror in the corner.
Yep.
Bought the bar stool, and that was the rest of it, you know?
Yeah, because originally I think we were just scouting for like a field, right?
Yeah, I think we were going to do out in the middle of nowhere with like this mirror in the middle of the field.
Mm-hmm. And then we found the place, and it was like, yes.
Yep. So it was definitely a cool little shoot there. So
first time working with the drone too. I remember seeing and when that first test shot that you sent of the drone and stuff, where it's like flying over, and like how smooth it was when I was walking towards the stairs, and just like,
yep.
It's like, damn.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.